Tee Grizzley is currently being exposed online for snitching on some LA Crips. A couple years ago, Tee Grizzley's house was burglarized, right? They took $1 million in jewelry and they took some cash as well.
Man, how everybody snitching there. That's just crazy. They got my man the Grizz going down for it too. It's just I guess that's just the new wave, snitching. Like everybody just wanna do it for some reason.
So the news were right. Rapper Tee Grizzley not only mourning his friend PNB Rock, he also got drama at home after burglars made off with $1 million in bills and bling. Now, this was also like a very sensitive time.
My thing is, why do people keep all this money in their house? Like I know back in the day it was cool, like everybody said, your grandmoms and grandpops and you or whoever else on your old head said, it was cool to keep your money, underneath the mattress. But nowadays, too many people gonna rob and do all the weird type shit. Like, ain't no point keeping no money in your house no more anyway. And plus, they got banks. Like, what type of grown ass man or woman don't even got a real bank account?
Because at the time PNB Rock like had just passed away. So a lot of celebrities and rappers were on edge. So when this happened to Tee Grizzley, he didn't know, was this just like they just coming to take some things, or was I backdoored? Am I in danger? Or people trying to?
9 times out of 10, when you a celebrity, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 when you a celebrity, if you backdoored by somebody, it's somebody that's close to you. Whoever you let in your circle, because it's a celebrity, people just not coming in and out, your space without you even knowing. Like that's just weird shit. So it's like you know who did it and you know what they was coming in there for, just like they knew they was coming for. They knew you had all the stuff in the crib, $1 million. Like who keeps $1 million in the crib? But I'm just me.
Hurt me. So Tee Grizzley took this very seriously, like very, very seriously. So it goes, law enforcement official tells TMZ burglars smashed a window at T's house about 2 weeks ago in his Porter Ranch neighborhood outside Los Angeles. We're told the jewelry alone they found was worth more than $1 million, and they also walked away with a ton of cash. According to the police report, no one was home at the time of the break-in, and there's an open investigation. But I do know for a fact that
Like I said, nobody was home, so they gotta know your schedule. When you gonna be out and all that. So 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, you feel me? It's somebody in your circle.
100% fact. When this happened, Tee Grizzley wasn't playing around. Like Tee Grizzley was not playing around. He was taken to the streets. But some say he also took it to the police, which we will review shortly. But what I do know, when this happened, Tee Grizzley put the bag in the streets. He put a bag on the head of anybody involved in burglarizing him. And when the streets began to talk,
Here we go again. If you putting a bag on somebody, then you already know who did it. Like we ain't gonna play this game. I could dig it. He trying to do it. To save face, just in case anything happen. You know what I'm saying?
the streets began to point his hand at a guy called Baby Shooter. So when Baby Shooter was identified as the one,
Here we go. A grown ass man named Baby Shooter. Like y'all gotta be more, generic about how y'all come out these days. Cause Baby Shooter is just getting like you kill kids, and we not on that.
one who burglarized Tee Grizzley's home, what happened was Tee Grizzley got goons, right? I'm assuming it's other LA gang members, because if it's not other LA gang members, like Tee Grizzley is from Detroit, like his Detroit goons aren't going to be checking an LA gang member in LA, no, right? But dudes who were around Tee Grizzley, they found where Baby Shooter's mama lived, they found where he lived, they found other family members' homes.
We are in 2025. It is nothing you can do without getting caught up somewhere. And then nowadays we got the internet detectives, we got Instagram, we got Facebook. Everybody with nothing to do just gonna be sitting in the house trying to figure out who did what and when they did it, because everybody business. That's just the time we in there. So no matter what, they gonna find out everything. Hello. They gonna find out the last time you been, wherever you been, and they gonna find out who you be with. Because when motherfuckers do shit, especially here in Philly, when people do stuff like they don't think. They don't care about their mom, their kids, they nobody, because here in Philly, like when you do something, they coming right at you.
And they let him know, hey, bruh, there's a bag on your head. We know where your mama live. Here's her address. You better tap in and let us know what's going on. So Baby Shooter tapped in because he didn't want his mama to get hurt, right? He didn't want other people to get hurt. And if it's Tee Grizzley got a bag on him, bro, Tee Grizzley is a multi-millionaire, bro. All right, your Baby Shooter, no. When it comes to LA, man, listen, bro. When it comes to LA, bro, these dudes will commit a murder for some starburst in an eighth. I'm telling you, again, and the starburst may be a little too much. They'll do it for an eighth. That right? They'll do it for $50. Trust me, Brett. They broke. They are broke.
Like Rocco talking some real shit. Like people will do anything for anything, not even just for money or weed. People just do things for people just to try to get a name or try to get around this person and build up some type of notoriety from this person. Like it don't even make sense.
So he know if they'll get me out of here for an eighth, man, what would they do to me for 50,000? So he tapped in and he began to explain himself. Now, when he began to explain himself, he was doing too much explaining and he got himself in trouble because he began to point out and tell on. Again, I'm using this word tell on loosely because he's not speaking to the police, he's speaking to other gang members. He began to tell them, nah, I didn't do it. This guy from this hood did it. This guy from this hood did it. This guy from this hood did it. They the ones y'all should go after. I didn't do it. But whole time he was capping because apparently he did do it.
No, not the fat D Mac, or not the fat D Mac. His name D Mac though. It's not the fat one though. I know the skinny one that be getting to the money. Yeah. The chopper one that be. Yeah. That's the other nigga. That's the other little nigga. It's like 4 or 5 in it on that shit. Besides the other nigga, besides the nigga that I sent y'all that put the whole play together. That fuck with them niggas.
See, that's what I'm saying. Everything out here is being recorded, no matter what it is. You can't get away with anything. Like, look, and then somebody on the line just going all in, just letting everybody know what's going on.
You feel me? You ain't hear this from me, bro. You didn't hear this from me, all right?
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about that.
Then they say shit like, you ain't hear this from me. And they say, you ain't gotta worry about that. But the whole time he recording a whole conversation on another phone. Like, what?
Alright.
It's Nick. It's my cousin from schoolyard, bro. Boom. Mexican food great, and 2 niggas from home. They all get money together. They all around, kicking around. You feel me? Boom. Them niggas that's press play on. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now them niggas, they jeweler. They want to fuck with her. They see all the face. They see the face. They like, oh, is that ain't we ain't fuck with it? Oh, they like, shoot, you wanna know? You feel me? I know your jeweler just fuck. Ooh, feel me? Like, oh, I'm like, shit, hell yeah, he probably get ready for you. You feel me? Like, y'all niggas gotta cash me out though. Set. Ooh, but I know about this stuff. That's why I asked him. I'm like, you know, you fucking nigga Tee Grizzley, like, yeah, he like, nigga off limits. I'm like, oh, crib. I'm like, y'all ain't say. I'm like, all right, you feel me? Like, boom, but I already them niggas on that.
This footage only resurfaced because I believe he was into it with Milk 74, and Milk 74 released the footage where he's telling the ops, hey, it wasn't me, it was that guy, bro.
So you snitching. Like, that's crazy. You know you going right to the ops, let them know it wasn't you, so they won't come at you. But you whole time you throwing somebody else under the bus, and now you creating more ops.
Man, trust me. Now, a lot of people gave him flack for this. Like, you can't say this is telling because it's not telling because he wasn't talking to the police, but he
It's still telling you snitching. You dry snitching. Even if it's not to the cops, you snitching. Like, what? You talking about it's not telling? The fuck?
was still giving up people and saying they did this and they did that, knowing there was bags on the heads of people involved is
Right. It don't gotta be the cops you talking to, because 9 times out of 10, the situation will be worse than if it was if the cops was involved. You say because street shit, people dying, especially if it's a bag on your head, and you sitting here telling Miney, Mo, and Jack, telling on everybody what everybody did, but saying, no, I ain't trying to get nobody nothing. Just make sure ain't, nobody know came from me. But the whole time you being recorded, so it's already gonna be out there.
kind of like, man, you don't like do that to your homie, bro. Like, if you know, hey, bro, Tee Grizzley got a bag out on somebody here for whoever was involved, and you say, nah, he was involved, you damn near okay with your homie getting killed.
Right, you getting your man smoked.
So he got a lot of flack for it. So he came back and he explained exactly why he said that much and exactly why he did what he did. And
he said that much because he trying to get niggas off his ass. And the whole time he putting somebody on there thinking, I don't know what his thoughts is. Maybe he gonna come up off this bag and it's supposed to be your man though. But now you throwing him under the bus. So what part did you play in this?
Confirmed. Tee Grizzley was putting bags on people's heads.
Never spoke on that video. Well, let me make the long story short. That shit wasn't straight. I ain't gonna say that shit was straight. Niggas should never put no niggas' name in nothing. That shit wasn't cool. That shit wasn't cool. As a gangster, niggas should never implicated no niggas in nothing. But I'll make a long story short. My face going around, they say money on my head and all this and all that. The homie called me like, hey, these niggas wanna holler at you, woo. They trying to say you did this before they make a move. They want to move, you feel me? So I'm like, all right, what's up? So they put me on the line. They saying whoop whoop and whoop whoop, saying you did it, you feel me, like that. We got your mama address. They tell me my mama address. Bam. They read me my mama address, you feel me? Whole time they like, oh, we don't know if you really did it, or they probably could be blaming it on you, you feel me? So this isn't that. So I'm like, all right, what it, all right, smooth, you feel me? So them calls all different times, so they called me back. I'm like, man, look, you ain't hear this from me, but whoa, that's when I said that, you feel me? But what I should have did was called in, you feel me? But a nigga went straight, you feel me? But if I didn't want to tell them, bro, I know what really happened. Them niggas had nothing to do with nothing, you feel me? If anything, I lied on them, bro, but that shit went straight.
But my thing, why would you even lie on niggas? Now you in the whole situation trying to explain yourself on the internet on how you lied on these niggas because now they on your ass now too. Like, what type of grown man shit is this? Now you got all these people on your ass because you out here telling lies. And like I said, what part did you play from the beginning?
They only went straight. So basically, it was a twist up, you feel me, to get me on video saying this is a natural, you feel me, and nigga fell for it, because, like, mind you, I should have called in, I should have tapped in. There's money on here. I don't know who to trust when they talking about the amount of money they said was on the nigga head, you feel me, on perk. So I should have tapped in and see what's the truth. Only reason why I believe this shit, though, because where my little brother was from, my little brother was from, and a lot of niggas been in my mama house on South Park. So I'm like, these niggas had to, you feel me, on Park. So, and another nigga was my people. So I'm like, cuz, you feel me, like, these niggas get them.
Imagine minding your business and waking up one day and learning there's a bag on your head because somebody just lied on you and said that you burglarized Tee Grizzley. He admitted, yo, I lied on everybody whose name I said. It wasn't straight, but man.
But now look what the shit you creating more problems. Now you gotta defend everything you said against the niggas you said it to and the niggas you said it about. Now you in a whole situation, man.
Bro, what you expect him to do? So this situation, now, we don't know what happened, right? Or if anybody did die from this. I don't know, okay? That's outside of my jurisdiction, okay? Y'all be like, Flacco, you the police.
As my man, that just made me feel like you never fuck with me. Now you trying to get me lying by another nigga? Like, you ain't never fuck with me.
Stay out of street business. Cool. I'm not going to investigate if anybody ever died from this, okay? What I would say is he's currently in jail. We don't know why he's currently in jail. All I can say is he's currently in jail. However, okay, paperwork from the burglary incident has surfaced, okay? And Tee Grizzley is being called a rat for how he conducted himself during.
Man, everybody say my man Grizzly didn't snitch. Man, everybody, it just seemed like this whole video, everybody just been snitching. Like, I thought the one nigga that had been solid was Grizzly. But we gonna see.
The investigation. So, okay. So the paperwork reads, right, investigation report 3 CCD F0142, but that don't matter, bro. All right. On or about September 28th, 2022, I, Detective Hamilton, number 3219842, I did check and he is apparently a real detective, received this case to investigate a residential burglary. The address was burglarized. Entry was made by shattering the rear sliding glass window. The thief made off with $1 million cash, jewelry, and multiple expensive bags. On February 17, 2024, at 1334, I met with homeowner Terry Wallace and Maisha Agnew for a follow-up. That's apparently Tee Grizzley. Due to newly discovered evidence, Mr. Wallace stated his home was targeted on the day of his engagement wedding. Mr. Wallace is a musician with the stage name Tee Grizzley. I began providing Mr. Wallace with a 6-pack lineup to see if he was able to identify any suspects. Mr. Wallace then chose figure number 4, which was a photograph of Johnson. Mr. Wallace stated he doesn't know Johnson personally, but Johnson bragged about breaking into the Wallace residence. I then provided Mr. Wallace a photograph of Johnson and 2 unknown male figures on what seems to be a FaceTime call.
Oh wait, so I can see how they saying that he's snitching because he provided the photos. But the only thing he really doing is, giving up the tapes on who broke into his house. He don't know who they are. He just see two figures and somebody else in the photo. So I don't know how it's gonna play out.
Mr. Wallace informed me that he got Johnson to admit his role in the burglary. Miss,
Mm.
come on, that appears to be the FaceTime call that we just heard, or maybe is another FaceTime call. Okay, Mr. Wallace then provided me with video from security cameras which showed an unknown assailant exiting the rear of the residence. The assailant had on a black and white hooded sweatshirt. Mr. Wallace then provided me with a photograph of what seemed to be Johnson via the Instagram account Shooter Gang _ standing on a dark gray colored SUV wearing the black and white hooded sweatshirt. I then provided Mr. Wallace a link to www.evidence.com to upload the photographs and videos. I then asked Mr. Wallace if he had any questions for me. Mr. Wallace stated he didn't have any more questions, so I ended my investigation as I didn't have any further questions for Mr. Wallace at this time. By the way, the person who's in jail, Shooter Gang, is unclear if he's still in jail for this Tee Grizzley thing, because I don't think somebody's doing 4 or 5 years for burglary, but he's currently in jail. Okay, and
It depends on what state you in, because in Philly, if you doing a burglary or breaking and entering, home invasion, it's 7 to 14, like 7 to 14 years. So I just know a little bit.
he's the one that's circulating his paperwork. He's the one that's claiming that Tee Grizzley told on him. So what we have here is the victim or the recipient of snitching claiming he got paperwork. He provided the paperwork, and he says Tee Grizzley told on him. Okay, Q. That right there would be enough for a lot of people to indict anybody they don't like. If this was if this was Young Thug, y'all wouldn't have any questions. Because it's somebody y'all like, because it's Tee Grizzley, y'all gonna selective politic, y'all gonna get all the excuses, y'all gonna say you want to see the actual video of him y'all will make up so many excuses, bro. The new form now of telling and how street dudes is getting away with telling, if it's in paperwork, I don't believe it because the police be lying, yo. How
And that's the crazy shit. Somebody can literally, give, they word verbatim and then write this shit down on a statement, and then the whole time is not valid because what?
you can believe the detective said he did it, but you ain't see no video footage of him telling? Man,
Fuck all that.
y'all gonna selective politic this to the max, unless it's somebody y'all don't like, and then all of a sudden, man, F them. Then all of a sudden is man, they are rat. Y'all call Thug a rat for less.
You heard me?
Well, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Do y'all believe that Tee Grizzley told? The person who's in jail is saying that Tee Grizzley told on him. And they're circulating this paperwork right here and saying, yo, here is the proof that Tee Grizzley pointed me out. Is it telling? Or do y'all need to see the body cam footage, if there is one, all right, for y'all to say that Tee Grizzley told? Let me know in the comment section, man, all right? And if you're still watching this video,
Yeah, I don't know. In my eyes, I feel like it can go either way. But as a nigga breaking into my house, like, and I couldn't catch up to him. Only thing I'm gonna do is give the tapes up to the law shit. I ain't gotta say nothing. I'm just gonna get the tapes up. Whoever on there is on there. They gonna let me know who's on there, and street justice. But I'm gonna see y'all next time with another one. It's your boy Benji. Here.